Hi, I'm Gemma. Welcome to your practice today. So for today, we are going to work around the idea of a sun salutation, but with a bit of a twist. So our traditional sun salute requires a lot of forward and backward bending, which can place quite a bit of stress onto the lower back. So what I want to do today is to take that basic skeleton sequence and add on a few twists, a few lateral stretches, so that you feel like you've moved through the whole of your body. For this one, we're going to start standing. So if you want to go ahead and make your way up to the top of your mat. And then I want you to find yourself into your variation of mountain pose. So for me, that means my feet are about hip width apart and they're just comfortably settled down into the mat. You can have a little rock and a roll if you need to, spreading the weight evenly through the feet. And then from there, I take a moment just to connect to my body, to notice how it feels today. So taking your attention right the way down to the feet, I want you to slowly move it up through the body. Notice the ankles, the knees, the thighs, the hips. Let the whole of both of the legs just settle here for a moment. You can take a couple of pelvic tilts if you need to, trying to find that neutral pelvis so it feels like the tailbone is lengthening down, as though that core is just gently starting to engage. Everything from the waist down feels like it's grounded, like it's heavy, like it's stuck down, almost like a magnet. And then everything from the waist up feels like it's got a sense of space, like it can lift right the way up to the crown of the head. Shoulders are relaxed and arms are just going to stay here by your side. Either softening the gaze or closing the eyes for a moment. Pause here. I want you to take 3 big deep breaths and really notice how you feel at the top of your sequence before you even start to move. And then when you're ready, we're going to move through a 7-way stretch. So just easing into the spine before we start to move into the rest of the body. Fingers are going to interlace in front of your tummy. As you breathe in, you're going to lift the palms up to the chest. Exhale, push the hands away. Keeping the palms turned out, breathing in, lift the arms up above the head. And then as you exhale, tiny little side bend over to the right. Stretch down the left side. Inhale, lift up. Exhale over to the left, stretching the right side. Inhale, arms come up. Bring the hands to the flat of the back on the exhale, and then as you breathe in again next time, roll the shoulders, lift the chest, standing back bend. Exhale, soften the knees slightly, move to a flat back, so a half fold. Inhale, take it all the way up, arms come out wide. Tuck the left arm in, and as you exhale, twist the upper body round to the right, keeping the knees and the hips relatively square. Inhale, bring the arms back, swap it over. Exhale, twisting the upper body round to the left. Inhale, bring it back. Exhale, drop the hands. We're going to move through that once more. Inhale, lifting the hands up to the chest. Exhale, push them down. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, lift. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale. As you exhale, bring the hands to the flat of the back, fingers point down. As you inhale, roll the shoulders, lift the chest. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, come all the way up, arms out wide in that T shape. As you exhale, tuck the left arm in and twist round to the right, just twisting the upper body. Inhale, back to center, swap the hands. Exhale, twist it round to the left. Inhale, bringing it back. As you exhale this time, again, close the eyes or soften the gaze and pause here. Take 2 breaths. Notice how the body feels, having eased into the upper body, into the spine. And then we're going to start to work with a half sun salute, so keeping the feet fixed, starting to warm through the hamstrings a little bit more now. As you breathe in, lift the arms up above the head. As you exhale, bend the knees, fold all the way down. So really bending the knees to prevent overstretching the hamstrings. Inhale, fingertips come to shins. Push yourself out into that flat back fold. Exhale, fold it back down. Coming all the way up. Big breath in, arms up above the head. Exhale, hands into the chest, straight into round 2. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to halfway, again, extend the spine. Exhale, fold. And then coming all the way up, big breath in. Exhale, hands come into the chest, and then closing the eyes again, drop the hands down to the sides of the body, pause. Take 2 breaths here, notice how you feel. And we're going to move through a sun salute. So we're going to take 2 rounds, and I find that everybody teaches a sun salute slightly different. So this is my variation, my take on a sun salutation. Breathing in, arms come up above the head. Exhale, folding down. Inhale, lift out to halfway, that flat back. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, step both feet back as you move to a downward facing dog. First downward facing dog, so keep the knees bent a little. Sway the weight from side to side. Ease yourself in. When you're ready, dropping the heels back down towards the mat, you're going to use an inhale to roll yourself forward to plank. Then you're going to drop the knees and lower yourself all the way down onto the mat. Untuck the toes. Use the inhale to just gently roll the shoulders, a really low cobra. Exhale, roll back down. Tuck the toes, push yourself up and back. Downward facing dog. Pausing here again. Take a nice big deep breath in. Deep breath out. Lift the gaze up towards the hands. And as you exhale next time, bring the hands and the feet together. Breathing in, lift up to halfway. Exhale, fold, and then we're going to come all the way up. Big breath in. Hands down into the chest, straight into round 2. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway, creating that sense of space. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands, step both feet back. Downward facing dog. Lift the tailbone. Soften the shoulders. Inhale, roll forward to plank. Exhale, drop the knees, lower the body down. Untuck the toes. Inhale, rolling the shoulders again. Gentle cobra. Exhale, lower. Tuck the toes, move up and back. Downward facing dog. Pausing here again. Big breath in. Big breath out. Take the gaze up towards the hands. Next exhale, hands and feet move together. Come to halfway. Exhale, fold, and then take it all the way up. Big breath in. Hands down into the chest. And then drop them down to the sides of the body. Close the eyes. And again, 2 more breaths here. Those little pauses just to notice how you're feeling. That heart rate perhaps lifted the temperatures up a little bit. The whole of the body moving a little bit easier. So what we're going to do now is we're going to add that extra in. So a few twists, a few side bends here. I'm going to start with the side bend from this mountain pose. So we need to take a nice big deep breath in. Take a hold of your left wrist and then bend over to the right. So you're drawing that big stretch down the left side of the body. Inhale, arms come up, swap hands. Exhale, take it over to the left, stretching out the right side. Inhale, bring it back up. Exhale, we're going to move into that upper body twist. So twist round to the right, drop the arms out at shoulder height. Inhale, lift, lengthening up. Exhale, twisting round to the left. Inhale, lift, coming down into our forward bend. Bend the knees. Softly diving down to that forward bend. Come up to halfway, extend. And then fold. Soften the knees a little, really let the head and the shoulders dangle. And then I want you to tiptoe the hands around to the side of the left foot. Keep the upper body relaxed. Hold here, bend the knees as much as you need to. So drawing again just a little bit of length through the right side of the waist. Hands come back to center. Walk them all the way around to the right now. And again, you're moving that twist into the left side, working on the lumbar spine here. That lower back. Hands come back to center. Move up to halfway on the inhale. Create some space. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands. Step both feet back again. Downward facing dog. Pedal the legs. Ease yourself in. And then I want you to deeply bend the right knee. Straighten the left leg and see if you can peek out underneath the left armpit. So bringing that little bit of a twist to your downward facing dog. Shifting sides, deeply bending the left knee, straightening the right leg and peeking out under the right armpit now. Bring everything back to the center. Use your next inhale to roll the body weight forward. Exhale, lower down, but this time I want you to come to a sphinx. So you're supporting your back bend. Elbows are on the mat, forearms down. Breathe in, roll the shoulders back, take the gaze out in front of you. And then as you exhale, take the gaze out to the right, over the right shoulder. Lengthening down the left side. Inhale, bring it back. Exhale, take it over to the left. Again, just adding that little extra movement in. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, lower down. Slide the hands under the shoulders. Take it up and back. Downward facing dog. Pause here. Bend the knees a little, sway the weight a little. Inhale, lifting the gaze up to the hands. Exhale, walking the hands in to the feet. Going to add a little twist in here. Bending the right knee, bring the right hand directly down in front of you. As you inhale, open up to the left into a twist. Exhale, bring it back down, swap sides. Inhale, open up to the right. Exhale, bring it back down. Going to come up to halfway. Inhale. Exhale, fold, and then take it all the way up. Big breath in. Exhale, hands down into the chest. Close the eyes and then drop them all the way around to the sides of the body. Pause here for 2 breaths. Notice again how you feel different, that sense of space in the body, really having moved the spine, having stretched out through the legs. So to make our way down to our mat today, what I want you to do is just tiptoe your feet slightly wider apart, bend the knees, and we're going to take a really slow roll down onto the mat. Hands are going to come onto the fronts of the legs. Breathing in that sense of space through the upper body, and then as you exhale, tuck the chin and slowly start to roll down through the spine. Pause at the end of the exhale. Take another little breath in. And then as you exhale, continue to roll. Let the arms become heavy. Breathing in. Breathing out. Slowly taking your attention into the spine. So it's like you're rolling it down vertebra by vertebra. You reach kind of a tipping point where gravity starts to take over and it starts to really draw you down into that forward bend. Bend the knees as much as you need to take the stretch out of the hamstrings. Letting the hands rest comfortably on the floor. If you prefer, you can cradle the elbows. Maybe adding a little sway from side to side. Letting the attention turn back in, letting everything just gently slow back down. Coming back to center, hands come down onto the mat. Slowly start to bend the knees, lower yourself down onto your bottom on the mat. We're going to come all the way down onto our backs. So just gently stretching yourself out flat. And draw the knees in towards the chest if the lower back feels all right. Have a little rock from side to side. And we're going to finish up with one final twist here. So arms fall out open at your side. Knees are going to come all the way down and across to the right. Settle them where they feel most comfortable. Let that weight settle through the lower body. And then start to focus on drawing that twist out and up to the left shoulder. All the way down along the left arm. And hold here for 3 breaths. Really big deep breaths into the belly. And out again. 2 more. Feel the whole of the body start to soften. Start to move towards that final Shavasana. When you're ready, knees are going to come back up into the center. Adjust if you need to, and then exhale, take the knees down and across to the left. Settle the lower body, and then start to draw your attention out towards that right shoulder. All the way down along the right arm. Allow yourself just to settle here. Breathing in and out. One more breath. going to bring yourself back into the middle of your mat. One last little rock from side to side. And then move yourself down into Shavasana. Now, if the lower back is feeling a little bit tight, you can keep the knees bent here. Feet come a little bit wider, knees rest towards one another. Or you can stretch those legs all the way down. Ease the head a little, relax the shoulders. Close the eyes. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, allow the whole of the body to soften down onto the mat. Now rest here for a few breaths. Giving yourself a moment just to absorb the benefit of that physical practice. A few moments of stillness. Quiet at the end. Take 2 more breaths here. If you want to stay here for longer, and resting here and only coming up when you feel ready. Otherwise, you're going to use that next inhale to take a big stretch. Lengthening fingers, toes, soften. Rolling gently over onto your side. And then pushing yourself up to a comfortable seated position. Hands can rest on the knees for a moment. Let that spine shuffle to where it wants to be. And then you're going to take one final breath here. Big breath all the way in, arms up above the head. Exhale, hands come down into the center of the chest, closing your practice. Namaste. Thank you very much.